You're listening to the Broadway Podcast Network. Visit bpn.fm to discover more.
Hello, I'm Jess McAnally.
And I'm Andrew DeWolf.
And I'm Liz Eston.
And welcome to Musicals, which is a podcast where I try to get into a list like musical theater.
This is what Jess thinks rock music sounds like.
Yeah.
Is that not what rock music sounds?
No, I don't think Jess listens to rock music.
No. You should hear like musical theater rock music, which, you know these songs, and they'll be like, we're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. We're not going to take it anymore. Oh, I just got the feeling of rock in me.
Yeah?
Yeah?
You have the feeling of
Do you have
rock
like
in you,
Are you
Jess?
going to move to LA and like pursue your dreams?
Well,
Like in La La Land?
Yeah.
I am just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit.
That's actually true.
That is true. He was raised in South Detroit.
There is no South Detroit. There is literally no South Detroit. That song is gibberish.
Yeah, duh.
I mean, technically speaking, there is Detroit,
And
and if you go south in Detroit, that's South Detroit.
You are wrong. You are all wrong. There is no South Detroit.
If you're in normal Detroit and you go south, you
Normal
actually
Detroit.
vanish into the you vanish into
What
the
point
ether.
is normal Detroit, Andrew?
where is normal Detroit?
If you're in the center of Detroit and you
There we
go
go.
south, you vanish. You no longer exist. There is no South Detroit.
Yeah, people in Michigan don't leave Michigan, famously.
Andrew went to Michigan. I took him through Detroit. He said it was nicer than New York. I remember this.
It's true. Although there's way more shit on the side of the highway.
Yeah, that was your main critique of Michigan altogether.
You guys need to clean up your fucking highway. What the fuck are you doing?
You should tweet at Gretchen Whitmer to tell her to clean the damn roads instead of fixing them. Hey, you love rock music, right? And you love Broadway musicals, right? Why don't we take the chocolate and the peanut butter, squish them together, and waste 2 hours of your life? It's Rock of Ages.
We're legally not allowed to sing the title song.
Yeah,
so.
because they don't own it, so.
So, fun fact. For the 10th anniversary of Rock of Ages, Def Leppard finally let them use the song Rock of Ages.
It took them
There's
10 years?
Yeah, the 10th anniversary of Rock of Ages. They finally let it happen in 2019.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Oh, she took the midnight train going anywhere.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit, Michigan. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
Rock of Ages is a musical directed by Kristen Henge on the stage show and directed by Adam Shankman on film, written by Chris D'Arienzo, and also written as a film by Chris D'Arienzo, Alan Loeb, and Justin Theroux, the writer of Tropic Thunder and star of several movies. Weird thing he directed it, with music and lyrics by various artists from the 80s. Previews on Broadway began March 17, 2009, in the Brooks Atkinson Theater, officially opening on April 7, 2009. The Broadway production temporarily closed on January 9, 2011, and moved to the Helen Hayes Theater, where it resumed performances on March 24th, 2011, and it closed eventually. The film, however, was scheduled to enter production in summer of 2009 for a 2011 release. It eventually commenced production in May of 2011 and was released on June 15th, 2012. Andrew, you haven't read this yet, have you?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, I want to see if you can guess. So, the film had a $75 million budget. Can you guess how much it made at the box office?
$75 million budget, probably like 200 million.
It made $59 million, $20 million less than its budget.
Damn, I was hoping, I thought it was a success. My bad.
No, this film was a failure, and I was one of the people that donated their money to see this in theaters, and what a mistake that was.
Same.
You're part of that statistic. Great job.
I am.
I was a teenager and I was going on a date. What else am I gonna do?
You could have seen The Dark Knight Rises for the 5th time.
He didn't. I saw that with my dad already. I wasn't gonna see that again.
You went on a date with your dad?
No. No, I went on a date with some guy I met in high school. Oh, it didn't work out clearly. So
sadly, his name was
my
dad.
You went to see Russell Brand, so
that's why it didn't work out.
Okay.
You don't listen to this. Who cares?
The plot of Rock of Ages is a small town girl and a city boy meet on the Sunset Strip while pursuing their Hollywood dreams. Except if you're in the movie and the Hollywood looks a lot like Fort Lauderdale.
That is the plot of the movie, though. It's the Letterboxd plot.
I believe it, but man, that movie looks so much like Florida, it's ridiculous.
I gotta figure out what's filmed.
Let's talk about the stage show first. I don't like rock music. I don't like jukebox musicals. I don't think this was for me, bro.
I like rock music, but I don't like jukebox musicals, and I don't think that they picked very good rock songs for this show.
I mean, you know rock music. You know this stuff, so I'm very
all right, so
interested
there's
in your
like a
opinion.
couple. There's a couple songs in here that I'm like glad they picked. That were like, oh, that's a fun. That's
Was
a
it
fun
Don't
choice.
Stop Believing?
No, but Don't Stop Believing is like a you have to put it in there. I kind of get it.
Okay, yeah, Glee was on. You had to do what Glee was doing.
Like honestly, like Come On, Feel the Noise. Putting a little Quiet Riot in there, I'm into that. All right, like that's a not a deep cut, but it's like a medium cut, you know. Any Way You Want It, that's the best Journey song, so you know it's good to put that in there.
That's a lie, because when you were younger, you told me the "Someday Love Will Find You" is the best
That
Journey
one,
song.
it's definitely, I'm back and forth between those two. I think Any Way You Want It might be better now, though. I think I've changed my mind
Yeah,
on it.
I agree.
Those two are very good, though. I'm glad that "To Be With You," one of my favorite guilty pleasure songs. Mr. Big, shout out to Mr. Big.
Yeah, Mr. Big.
Love Mr. Big. We all love Mr. Big here. So "To Be With You," that's a good choice. Everything else kind of sucks, though. I don't know. That's not totally fair, but like when you're picking songs like "We Built This City" to put into your show, you know, songs that are like famously bad, like songs that are on lists of worst songs ever made.
Is that really
consistently.
one of those worst songs ever made?
I believe so.
Like there are songs that
The Final Countdown.
There are songs in here that I think are the worst songs ever made. I don't know if I'm in the minority or the majority of that, but that's just my personal opinion. Like, Every Rose Has Its Thorn is possibly one of the worst songs I've ever heard, and I've thought it since the first time I've heard it.
Every Rose Has Its Thorn is fucking dog shit, and Poison as a band is fucking dog shit.
And
It's
Same with-
embarrassing that they reference the lead of Poison in the show, and it's embarrassing.
Also, Andrew is totally right about the articles thing. I looked up worst like 80s songs, and I found a Rolling Stone article of the 10 worst songs of the 1980s. Number 1 is "We Built This City." Andrew's right.
The Final Countdown's on that list too.
Yeah, number 2. And "Don't Worry, Be Happy" is
Guess
number
what this-
6 or
Guess-
7.
Guess what this show has a mashup of?
We
The
built
Final Countdown and We Built This City.
And they also have the song that ended the classic rock staple, Horton Hears a Who, Can't Fight This Feeling, as the love song between Dennis and Lonnie.
And even as I wonder, I'm keeping you in sight.
That doesn't end "Can't Fight This Feeling." It's like in the middle of the movie.
No, that is the ending of Horton Hears a Who.
And I'm getting closer than I ever thought I might. Woo, that's a little high for me.
Oh, I thought that was the middle.
No, that
Remember.
is how that movie ends. I remember it so vividly because I remember my eyes rolled back in my head so much I thought I was having an exorcism.
You can't have this conversation because now I'm gonna have to watch the entirety of Horton Hears a
Yeah,
Who for
say
editing.
no. I had to watch it again.
It literally just type "Can't Fight This Feeling" and the word Horton. Unlike the Lorax, this was not a musical. This is the only song number in this movie.
I own this movie on DVD. Like, that's not
I-
even a joke.
It was one of the first Blu-rays I ever got.
That movie looks like fucking shit.
Would you believe it is technically the best Dr. Seuss movie?
I would believe it because the rest suck. We gotta talk about Rock of Ages. Like,
Do
What
we
happens
though?
in Rock of Ages?
yeah, we do.
Okay,
This is
so
what this podcast is about.
No, it isn't. It's about Horton Hears a Who now.
imagine the most cliched plot you could possibly think of. Now make it more cliched.
Yeah.
That's the plot of Rock of Ages.
Basically, if you type into like an AI generator, make the most cliched plot of a musical featuring rock music.
It is a combination of we need to save the rec center plot and a I moved to LA to become a superstar plot.
And a comical
it's those-
misunderstanding plot.
Yeah, so you take those three cliches and you mash them up and then you add in a bunch of rock music references like fucking We Will Rock You.
What you need to do is take your dad's iPhone, look at his top played playlist, and then somehow tie a plot to those. Am I wrong? I'm sorry. Am I the bad guy here?
And that's not what my dad. If this is based on my dad's mix, it'd be a lot of Paul Simon, and it'd be a lot more boring.
I
My
love
dad would
Paul
just be
Simon,
that cover of "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend" sung by Disturbed that they sang.
Oh,
on
that's a
Conan.
good one.
That's a good cover, though.
That's his entire like playlist of most listened to. I'm sure.
The one time I walked during the pandemic, my dad was listening to folklore while cleaning, and I'm like, "Are you okay? Are you okay, Dad?"
So,
And he's like, no.
No, I'm stuck in the house.
so I used to have a Broadway cast album of Rent, and my dad just took that and would listen to that periodically while driving his truck around. All right, back to Rock of Ages, I guess.
I know. We have to
Okay,
talk
so
about
Rock of Ages. There's main character guy. There's main character
Drew.
girl.
Main character is Drew.
Sherry is the
Yeah.
girl.
Drew and Sherry Christian, which is her actual name.
Yeah. And Sherry, her name is Sherry Christian so that they could sing both Sister Christian and Oh Sherry.
Sherry.
It's like in Across the Universe, they had a guy named Jude, so they could sing "Hey Jude" at him at the end.
Yes, jukebox musicals are a cancer.
They are.
Yes, I do have to say this is going to be the first of a couple bad people to talk about in the connection with this story. Constantine Maroulis, who originated the role of Drew and would go on to play Jekyll and Hyde in the tour, and I saw him. In 2015, domestic violence his partner after hearing that after she found out he was having an affair with a mother at their daughter's school. He grabbed her by the hair and threw her violently to the floor. Bad guy, don't like him.
Oh,
So,
What an
yeah.
uplifting story. Thank you for that, Jess.
Thank you.
While I say
Oh,
I think he did a
God.
good job in the show, do not endorse bad man. All right, let's go.
Also, the charges were dropped by the by, so he didn't get in trouble.
Didn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah, it happened, but the charges were dropped by the court. But it probably did happen. So
It's like the reverse of the Jonathan Majors thing,
yeah,
where it's like it probably happened. Let's charge him anyway.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry to derail that. Had to bring it up, or else people would call. Did you know that Constantine Maroulis?
It's gonna happen a couple times, y'all.
Yeah, that's the first of a couple.
Yeah.
Sherry moves to LA because she wants to get famous
As an actress.
And as an actress. Drew works at the Bourbon Room, which is a famous music joint where
It's
they
like
play
the
rock
Smash
music.
Club from Full House.
Yeah. Drew meets Sherry and invites her to also work at the Bourbon Room.
And live with him.
Yes. There's a big problem though because the mayor is going to try to clean up the city, and by clean up the city we mean get rid of rock music because of course it's a rock jukebox musical. The plot has to be about how we're going to get rid of rock music.
Take down the man.
Fuck the man.
It's embarrassing.
Best way to put it, honestly.
It's not as bad as when they did it in We Will Rock You. I still nightmares about that.
Oh
We Will
yeah,
Rock
that
You
came up in my
feels like-
research.
Such a trauma dream for me. Like anything you tell me about We Will Rock You, I will believe that it happened.
Should I watch We Will Rock You?
No,
No.
Okay.
no,
No.
not even as a joke. Don't
Never.
even watch that.
It's-
Okay.
Okay, so like anything bad we say about Rock of Ages, and like it Rock of Ages is like a
Citizen
masterpiece.
Okay,
compared
okay,
to,
so
We
it's,
Will Rock
it's
You.
way worse.
Both
Okay,
This
the
is-
movie
it-
and the stage show are incredible compared to We Will Rock You.
God,
We
that
Will
movie
Rock
is
You
the
is-
most mid thing ever. So
Rock of Ages is if that and We Will Rock You were the only two things to exist, this would be a perfect piece of art.
okay, that tells me everything.
Yeah.
Unless patrons want to torture me somehow, but you know
Nope,
that's up.
nope. I will not join you down that road. You're going down a road I cannot follow.
Okay,
If patron requests you to watch it, you're on your own.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
on my
not.
own. Then I'll have to
I will.
sit on a mic alone.
I'm never
and-
watching that again. I refuse.
I feel like eventually we will have to do a tier list of our entire run. That is easily the worst thing, though, right?
I'm trying to think of anything that's even remotely close. It's
The
so
apple?
bad. I hate
No, the apple's fun.
Oh yeah,
the apple's funny. The apple's
true.
funny.
I listen
We
to
Will
the
Rock
speed
You
song
is
on YouTube
dog
sometimes for
shit.
fun.
And We Will Rock You is 3 hours long.
What?
That is
What's crazy is like Jess hates Queen, so it makes sense. But I like Queen, and I hate it.
That's really saying something. Oh my god. All right, I've learned. I'm never watching this.
Yeah, do not
Okay.
ask this of yourself.
do not.
But
I won't.
fucking Joseph Evans Green threw that at us at our worst time
Oh,
for
no!
us emotionally, and I just remember being angry.
All right, Rock of Ages.
Okay, where were we?
The
the mayor's
mayor's
gonna get
trying
rid of
to
rock and
tear
roll.
down rock music.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. So they have to save rock music. Like a bunch of stuff happens. Sherry becomes a stripper. Because she
Well,
doesn't.
no, you forgot to bring up Stacey Jacks.
Oh right, Stacey Jacks is the
Eddie Van
lead
Halen,
singer
yeah.
of. He's the lead singer or guitar. He's the singer,
He's
right?
the
He's a singer.
Yeah, not the guitarist.
The lead
Yeah.
statutory rapist of a famous band.
He's the lead guy for a band called Arsenics or something like that.
Arsenal.
Arsenal. That
Arsenal,
makes
a
sense.
worse
That makes
name.
more sense.
Arsenic would be a cool band name.
Arsenic would be a cool band name.
Yeah.
But they would play like thrash metal, and
Yeah.
these guys, yeah.
They play like fucking pour some sugar on me.
Yeah. So yeah, he exists. He wants to go solo. He gets stuck into a boy band, and it's sad.
And okay, the one thing I actually kind of appreciate about Rock of Ages, as far as the narrative goes, they don't become famous at the end.
No, they
That is
don't.
very refreshing. Where it's just kind of like, yeah, they just kind of figured out like that they weren't made for this and they don't deal with this. Also, comedic guy dies and Stacey Jacks goes to prison for statutory rape.
No, he doesn't go to prison.
He
I
goes
looked
on
this
the
up.
run.
He goes on the run. He's currently in Uruguay. Yeah, he's in Uruguay to avoid rape charges.
Classy ending to a musical, but also I appreciate. Okay, the general plot of the musical is not anything to sneeze at. I do appreciate the presentation of it. I appreciate how it doesn't take itself very seriously. I appreciate how it doesn't. The fourth wall is just a suggestion. I actually do appreciate that a good amount. I like the third act is resolved by a character saying, "You're in a musical. The book writer says this has to happen, so you better go do it." And you know what? That's kind of cool. I like that because it knows you're
think-
just here for the rock songs.
I think the presentation, the staging of like not the staging, but like the costumes and the set and everything, like all of that is what makes this good. And I think this would be fun to watch live. Like this would just be a fun experience to have some fucking beers and sing along to the songs that you know and everyone in the crowd knows.
You bring
And
your dad.
it's kind of you bring your dad and he's like he loves it.
And the stripper scenes are literally just there for your dad. Like they are graphic, goofy stripper scenes where the actors are very much clad, scandally clad and all that, in a way that's not like, Pretty Woman on Broadway.
It's a dad musical, which there's not very many of. It's this and We Will Rock You. And I mean, so it's a pretty bad genre, but we've got this one at least.
Dad shows.
We need more dad shows. Can we
Yes.
get more dad shows?
Well, we got sad dad shows like Fun Home.
No.
No,
We don't need
shows
shows
for
about
your dad.
dads.
Like,
We need shows for your dad.
yeah. She was written for your dad.
Well, is there any World War II musicals?
It's your Civil War musical.
Pacific Overtures.
Would you consider Book of... That's not World War II.
I saw Book of Mormon
Oh,
with my dad, actually.
Is that the Korean War? I don't even remember.
No, it's so much before any of that. It's about westernization, not even a war.
Your dads would
Fuck.
hate that.
Oh no, I was thinking of the other one, the Vietnam one.
Oh, you're thinking Miss Saigon.
Miss Saigon.
I don't think
yeah,
dads
yeah.
would like Miss
Vietnam,
Saigon.
yes. Dads, no one would be more bored than dads at Miss Saigon.
My
What about when the
dad did
helicopter
enjoy
shows
Book of
up?
Mormon, though, so it could qualify.
Yeah, Book of Mormon, maybe Sweeney Todd, but
No.
A Bronx Tale, that is one.
No, dads wouldn't like that.
You don't think they'd like A Bronx Tale?
Maybe like Jersey Boys.
Jersey Boys, you got it. Nail on the
That's
head.
a dad show. It's got
That is-
Frankie Valli. They love that shit.
I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby.
Yeah, we gotta talk about the movie. So the film came out in 2012. I saw it in theaters. It was possibly the worst thing I ever saw. It was so bad that at the time I was doing musical theater content on YouTube, and I could have very easily shat out a review, but thought, nah, better not. Don't want to think about that anymore.
That's really saying something.
I will say they upgraded the soundtrack a bit.
How
So
do you
there's-
mean?
Well, they
there's some
trimmed
better-
the shit out of it, too.
There's some better songs in here. So
Like what?
Paradise City is a better choice than
Yeah, but it's
some of the
barely in
others.
there.
It's at the top.
Rock You Like a Hurricane is a great song. So there's a couple like upgraded choices here. Downgrade though, they did remove Mr. Big. Feels bad. Not happy
But
about
they
it.
added Paul Giamatti, who honestly, his performance of that movie, wonderful. 10 out of 10. He never phones it in. Truly horrendous cast. Let's talk about it. Russell Brand,
Oh, boy.
rapist. Oh, alleged rapist. We gotta
Alleged
do
rapist.
that one.
Alleged. It has been proved in court.
Not alleged anti-vax podcaster though.
Yeah.
He is an anti-vaxxer. Yes.
Anti-vaxxer
Anti-vaxxer.
conspiracy theorist podcaster. So regardless of the allegations, he's a piece of shit.
Exactly.
And just not that funny a comedian. I don't know why he hit so hard in the early 2010s.
I'll
I
get into
blame
it when we
Katy
get to the
Perry.
critical quarter, but there's a whole thing I saw about Russell Brand when I was looking up reviews.
Let's talk about Julianne Hough. They changed her character from wanting to be an actress to wanting to be a dancer. Not a bad person.
No,
just
singer.
A singer, not an actress, but she was a dancer in real life. So I'm just like, I'm very confused by her entire plot line. Then of course, Alec Baldwin. Overall bad person to begin with, but also the current thing going on with him complicates a lot of everything he does.
Also, guess who he shares most of his scenes with?
Russell Brand.
The alleged rapist.
Also, Alec Baldwin is just a terrible choice for this fucking movie. I'm
He's
sorry.
so bad in this. Like, I cannot.
Well, let's talk about that. So, Alec Baldwin publicly said that this film is a horrendous piece of shit and he regrets being involved in it.
That's really saying something. His filmography is awful.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Weeks before shooting, he begged New Line to release him for his contract and said that he only signed up for the project in the first place because he wanted to work with Tom Cruise, which is a benefit because he and Tom Cruise would go on to work together in the Mission Impossible movies after this. But my god, he is so checked out in this movie. Like, so not there.
He doesn't want to be there at
No.
all.
He wants to
At
leave and
all.
get his bag and get the fuck out.
Where I hate to
Where
say
the
nice
fuck is
things.
Jack Black, by the way?
Yeah, where was he in this?
What
Is
the
he
fuck?
in this?
No, he should have been in this. He isn't, but
yeah,
he
like
should have
where
been.
is he?
Well, speaking of people that are kind of iffy as far as kindness, did you see who one of the producers was?
Oh, who?
Bully Maguire himself, Toby Maguire.
Wait, what did Tobey Maguire do?
He was one of the producers. I just saw him listed as one of the producers of this film.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
That's just what they call him when he's Venom in Spider-Man 3, Bully Maguire.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought he did something bad and I didn't know about it.
I have heard he's incredibly
Yeah,
difficult to work
He
with.
is
Okay.
not a fun guy to mess
Yeah.
with. And so this and Konstantin Maroulis, the actor who played Drew on stage and beat his wife, is also in this movie again.
Yeah, but Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston, he's great. Catherine Zeta-Jones, I love seeing her in things. Almost wish she had a real part to play in this movie.
I swear to God, she leaves the movie for half an hour and then suddenly comes back, and I'm like, wait, where the fuck did she go?
Yeah, she
It's not
stopped
even a
existing.
joke. I jump scared myself.
And Tom Cruise, who is also a complicated figure in the movie industry. I actually don't mind Tom Cruise's performance in this movie, but he is not playing the same character from the musical at all.
No, but
And I did say before we recorded, his singing voice is not bad. Like, I will say most of the singing voices in this are pretty good, except Alec Baldwin, who's not even remotely trying. But Tom Cruise, I swear to God, he sounds like Weird Al's singing voice. He sounds like Weird Al singing any parody song. Like, it just sounds so tongue-in-cheek. And he's hitting every note, and it's obviously not that manufactured. It's not like Andrew Garfield in Tick, Tick, Boom.
Love is like a bomb, baby, come and get it on. Living like a lover with the radar phone. Looking like a trap, like a video van. Demolition woman, can I be your man?
It's just weird. It's just a weird, not rocky sound. Like, it just sounds like he's singing a parody of Dead or Alive, but about, like Bread or Beehive, because Weird Al does food parodies.
yeah.
Movie's bad, but Tom Cruise sings into a lady's butthole, so 10 out of 10.
Not bad.
The original writer of the Rock of Ages stage musical did not like this movie. Said he did not watch it, but he saw the trailer, and as soon as he saw the monkey, he said it's obvious they were not doing anything with that was even close to my musical. I do own the rights, and if I am going to try to make a new one, but if I did, I'd want it funded independently, which would also probably be a bad idea. Just do a pro
Yeah.
shot. Just independently fund a pro shot at that point.
Seriously.
Who gives a shit about movies? Speaking of who gives a shit about movies, let's move on to previews.
It's time for previews. It's time for previews.
So we got 2 reviews here that Liz picked out. Andrew, why don't you read the first one?
Sure. We have a review from Entertainment Weekly, Thorn Gear, or Gear. I'm not entirely sure how this would be pronounced. All right, so this is from April 7th, 2009. I assume this is for the
This is
show?
for the stage show, yes.
Okay. For Gen Xers on a nostalgia trip, this off-Broadway transfer does provide its Memorex-induced pleasures, often embedded Beowulf Borit's clever set and prop design. At one point, a character gives birth to a Cabbage Patch Kid. Is Rock of Ages nothing but a good time? Not quite. Sorry, Poison fans, but it's frequently more fun than it has any right to be. I don't know what the fuck was going on in that review, but the ending, I think, makes it clear what they thought.
It's fun, but not good.
Yeah.
That's honestly, that is kind of my thought. Like, I like making fun of it because I'm a fan of like the rock music, and I think it's silly that they picked a lot of like not good songs for this. And it's a very cliche plot and everything. But honestly, if I was at the show, I'd probably have a good time.
Yeah.
Nothing but a good time?
No, not nothing but a good time. But it seems like a show where it's like, it's fine if you laugh at the show, like they don't care, and you're just there to like sing along. It's that type of show.
Yeah.
And I feel like that type of vibe, like it's hard to go wrong.
It's all the same, only the names will change. Now here's a review of the movie picked out by Liz, written June 10th, 2012 by David Rooney. The outrageously egomaniacal characterization should be a hoot, but in truth, Cruise's quasi-mythical sozzled intensity gets wearsome. There is just too much of him. Instead of one great showcase number, Bon Jovi's Wanted, Dead or Alive, he gets a string of them. And in the Glee era of autotune, even his vocal prowess barely registers as a novelty. A role that should have been a tasty extended cameo instead has been built up to a crowd headliners, and frankly, that can't withstand the competition. Fair.
Yeah. Having just seen the movie, like, it's fine. I
No, it
lost
isn't.
2 hours of my life. No, I'm saying I lost 2 hours of my life and it was pretty boring. But I wasn't mad at the end of the credits. I was just like, whatever. I listened to a bunch of mid-rock music done by celebrities. Whatever. I can do something else. Like, I wasn't mad.
I don't know if I agree just because I had to listen to Russell Brand sing, which
Yeah.
honestly was painful.
I kind
Is
of
he
blanked
that-
out when he started singing. I was just like, well,
Is he that bad a singer? I literally have no memory of
he
his
doesn't
singing.
really sing.
I
He just kind of
didn't think he was
talks
good.
musically, from what I can tell.
I didn't like it. I did not like
Yeah.
him. I thought he was quite bad.
Also, him and Alec Baldwin like make out at some point, and it's very hard to watch. Very hard.
That's not all that was very hard.
No one was hard on that set.
Adam Shankman might have been.
Nah, he's gay, but he's not that horny.
Speaking, like, Adam Shankman apparently was the one that requested all the changes, not like the studio meddling. He's like, I just didn't like the original show, so I wanted to make it like my version.
Adam Shankman!
Why are you adapting it then?
This is why he only directs for RuPaul's Drag Race now, I swear to God. Like, he just directs the musical episodes.
He did the same thing for A Walk to Remember, where A Walk to Remember is very much like a very straightforward Nicholas Sparks movie that took place in the 1950s, and he's like, nah, modern day, I'm gonna make it wild as shit, guys. You're not gonna see any of the twists coming. All right, let's go on to reviews. Letterboxd game. Liz, you picked out some reviews. What we got? Oh, and just for you guys at home, in the case this is your first episode, this is a game where Liz picked out some Letterboxd reviews that really exist, and they are either 1 star or 5 stars, and we have to guess which they are based on only review alone. All right, I went first last time, so Andrew goes first. this
Andrew,
time.
go first. All right, Andrew.
Yeah.
Someone cooked here. It's a Breaking Bad. It was a Breaking Bad reference, by the by. This is just a
Yeah,
YouTube
because-
clip to that clip, and I just transcribed it.
Yeah, it's because they have yeah.
It's Bryan Cranston.
Yep. I want to say 1 star. I feel like Breaking Bad fans aren't going to like this, so.
That is right. Oh yeah, Bryan Cranston gets cucked most of the movie.
No,
that's his
he
main-
does the cucking.
No, he gets cucked in the office during that one scene.
Oh.
Yeah, he gets
Okay.
tied up and whipped.
I mean, Walter White is a cuck. Like, we know this.
She fucked Ted, spoilers.
She fucked Ted.
She fucked Ted?
Have you not watched Breaking Bad?
I've only seen like the first 3 seasons.
Skylar fucked Ted.
What?
Yeah, it's in the episode IFT.
That stands
Oh.
for I fucked Ted.
This serious?
Yeah, this is serious. She fucked Ted.
Sometimes you guys tell me shit and it's like unbelievable, so I just assume you're joking.
Oh yeah. Wait till you find out how fucking Hank finds out he's Walter White on the shitter.
Oh god. I'll get back to that eventually.
Wally West. Willy Wonka.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams.
Andrew sent me like what was it, 6-minute long video of just Hank
9
guessing
minutes.
of Hank guessing alternates for WW.
My favorite part of that is eventually he just like forgets that it's supposed to be WW and he's just doing normal names. And then he starts doing MM. Like he's like, oh, maybe it was upside down. Like
10 out of 10 to whoever that creator
Mickey
was.
Mouse.
10 out of 10. Mickey Mouse. All right, Jess.
Yes.
As we plunge further into late stage capitalism, it becomes impossible to believe in a god.
That's a 1.
Correct.
This is true.
I agree with it too much for it to be a 5.
Yeah, I don't. Someone got existential. All right, Andrew.
That was a negative review of reality.
Basically, yeah.
And
then
reality
put on
is
the Rock of
represented
Ages
by Rock of
letterbox
Ages.
page inexplicably.
What if someone like put like the recipe for meth on the letterbox page of Rock of Ages?
Someone cooked here.
And here's the recipe.
Here's the recipe.
No one would ever find it. Like no one's checking the Rock of Ages page.
No, only I did.
Like,
All right.
what if we found like some like you know longitude latitude coordinates to something horrific? We're like, well, someone's got to find this.
You just like accidentally cop into an ARG on the letterbox page for Rock of Ages.
We found Jimmy
This is
Hoffa's
genius,
body.
actually. That's actually genius. Like doing like an ARG, but like just posting on really obscure pages that no one would ever in their right mind actually visit.
Like some like really mid Hallmark movie, you start posting an ARG in all the reviews.
Yeah, there's
because
just,
no
like-
one's gonna look.
Just like a really dark ARG that's like on this mid Hallmark movies reviews and the Wikipedia page for it.
Like
and,
Santa's
some
My
of the
Boyfriend
actors'
5.
IMDb's.
That's all the Hallmark movies.
When I was 15 years old, I watched a man murder his wife in his front room. I did nothing to stop it. 5 years later, he got married again. Like all in the fucking reviews for
5 stars.
Cats and Dogs.
Cats and Dogs 2.
The
People
Revenge
are
of
visiting
Katie
Cats and
Galore.
Dogs. That's too much nostalgia.
Or
for
what's
that
that durable movie that Sam Rockwell was in? Oh, G-Force.
G-Force.
G-Force,
Bolt?
yeah. Bolt? Yeah, would be another good one. Anyway, Andrew,
Yes.
favorite movie when I was 6?
Fucking 5 stars.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
6-year-old me had great taste.
My favorite movie when I was 6.
Alec Baldwin.
My favorite when I was 6 was that Barney movie about the magical egg.
That movie fucks.
That movie slaps.
That's a damn good movie.
I actually
Or-
have seriously considered covering that on this podcast. George Hearn, one of
Wait.
the original Sweeney Todds, is the grandfather.
Wait, can we
in that
cover
movie.
Elmo in Grouchland?
You know what? I think we should do like an Olive style thing where we do half Elmo and Grouchland, half Barney's Big
That was my
Adventure
other
they're
favorite
both like
movie as a child.
because they're both like 60 minutes.
True story. I had a VHS of Elmo and Grouchland. I'd wear the shit out of it in my basement, and my parents would be like, "Where is she?" It's like she's watching Elmo and Grouchland in the basement.
So you got Mandy Patinkin and Elmo and Grouchland. You got George Hearn and Barney.
Oh.
Got a Broadway cocktail there. Either way,
Anyway, Jess, it's your turn. Well, we did it again.
that's a 5.
Yeah. All right, Andrew. Tom Cruise, cowboy hat, back tattoo. Don't stop believing.
That
5 stars.
sums up the movie.
Yeah, that's the plot. That is correct. Jess,
Yeah.
I get stage fright directly after singing in the middle of a record store is crazy.
Because the movie does such a shit job setting up whether things are diegetic or non-diegetic. That's a 1.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, this is what Guy Sensei Turn movie saying he has stage fright and it gets cured through like anger. It's weird.
It sounds like a plot to a Camp Rock sequel.
True.
Camp
Camp
Rock!
How
Can't
come
do
you can't see their breath in that movie?
Despite it being 900 degrees below freezing.
it. They got to get rid of in post. That's one where the budget went. All right, Andrew. Tom Cruise innocent.
If there's anything that that man is not.
Yeah,
5 stars.
that is a 1. Jess,
Yeah.
back at it again at the Bourbon Room.
Okay, is that a thing?
I think that's a reference to the Krispy Kreme vine.
Okay, it's 5 maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a 5.
I'm killing it today. I'm doing good.
Andrew, Bryan Cranston white underwear cinematic universe.
Oh shit!
does
Because in
do that a
Breaking
lot.
Bad,
He does wear white underwear in this.
And
Does
did
he
Malcolm
wear it
in the Middle.
Godzilla? I feel like there's a scene in Godzilla where he does it too.
But it was Godzilla -1 and he was not in the script.
Fuck. 5 stars. 5 stars for the cinematic
Correct.
universe.
And I think that's it. Who won?
You tied. And there's also 3 more. There's also 3 more.
All right, tiebreaker. We gotta wrap this one up.
All right. I finally found my people.
Bzzz.
Jazz.
One.
Jess wins.
I'm better
Fuck.
than you, Andrew. I'm God. Bow before me, bitch.
You tied on the last one.
Jess, you're
Oh.
a piece of shit. Okay, and you owe me money.
That's true.
Nuh-uh.
No, the bet was on the
Yeah, you
last.
said. Yeah, you owe me $1,000. You still
Nuh-uh.
owe me.
No. I owe you an IOU for $1,000. Speaking of
Speaking of-
IOU, IOUs,
cuck.
speaking of getting cucked, let's go into our mid-show. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt you in the middle of the show, but we've got a shill at you. We got a Patreon. Andrew, tell them about Patreon and who's supporting us.
Oh man, Patreon's where you can go if you want to get a little bit extra content and support us financially so we can keep the show running. We have a second podcast up there with Jess and Liz. We have commentary tracks with Jess and I, and also Liz sometimes, depending. Although our Angels in the Outfield commentary, beautiful.
Funny.
Absolutely perfect. Flawless. funny, great, hilarious. You can get a taste of it on YouTube, I think. Also subscribe to our YouTube.
Hopefully,
Current
there'll be
patrons.
some videos coming out soon.
Yeah.
Our current patrons are Melissa Goldman, Danielle Renix, Justice Stampede, Ewan Cassidy, Monica Thoreau, Brent Black, Nathaniel Stacey Coombe, Joseph Evans Green, Mary Lou Choquette, John Vanals, Russ Walker, Musical Hell, Emily Gracie, Kyle Summers, Janae C., Scoot in the Tech Car Dreamcoat, Nothing is Certain Except Beth and Taxes, Thesbian, Mitchell Young, Chai Teacup, Chris Marcotte, Kiji Marie Anastasio, Trevi Joseph, RJ Noriga, Julia McLannon, Bjorn Hermans, Yoriana Frazier, Sammy the Adequate Amount Jacobson, Kaylee Blazier, Villainous Miss, Sophina Ali, The Omega Geek, Paige Pearson, Maddie Wargle, Eliza Erdman, Anna Loskatova, Sarah Den Blaker, Evan Ball, Zachary Torres, Rora Marasso, Mara Forloin, Lisa L., Possessed Washing Machine, Nick Row 10, Puffy Boy, Sydney Hicks, Annabelle, Billy Clifton, Gold Plated Kikimora, Julia Balder's Daughter, Hut Mutt Butt, Emma, Sibella, Stang, and Grace.
They give us a little financial support that helps us keep the lights on here at Musicals with Cheese. If you would like to join them and supporting us and get tons of fun perks that Andrew brought up earlier, plus a lot of other things, and discounts on our merch, which we don't promote enough, but you do get discounts, and our Discord, which is cool and very active. Come join us over
You can
at
make
Patreon.
suggestions on the Discord, and we will probably do them.
Yeah. Honestly, the best way to get your ideas onto the podcast is just be in the Discord.
Yeah.
Because I asked very frequently, hey, what should we review this week? Because I am not as prepared as I used to be. But how about we get back to the show? I figured I'd be really bored if we just talked about these songs. So, what I want to do here, Andrew and Liz,
Yep.
I'm also
at
here.
a breakneck speed, tier list of all the songs in the Rock of Ages. musical.
Oh my god.
Oh my, dude, there's so many songs.
Movie and
Movie and
no,
the show?
No, just the show.
the show version specifically, or the
I'm
song that
talking-
they chose, or the show version specifically?
The song that they chose.
Oh, the song itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Would it be easier if we did the movie, or because basically they're all dad rock? We all know what
true.
they are in relative
No,
to themselves.
I prefer the show. I would prefer the show.
You guys just
all right,
discuss.
Andrew, come on, feel the noise. Where's that ranking? A, B, C, D.
Come on, Feel the Noise is definitely an A tier for me. I'm a Quiet Riot fan. I think that they're very fun. I enjoy Quiet Riot, and Come on, Feel the Noise, while it is their most famous song, it's not necessarily their best song, but it's still fun.
All
It is
right.
also a cover. People don't
Yes.
know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
just like Paradise.
Just like Paradise, I don't even think I'd have to listen to this one. So I'm gonna
That's
just by
fine. We're
default.
skipping it.
I'm gonna by default stick it in the C tier just because I don't know it.
Nothing but a
Alright.
good time.
Nothing but a good time. This is probably a B tier for me. It's okay.
Sister Christian.
Sister Christian, while it is very dumb and very cheesy, is actually an A tier. I actually like the song.
We built this city.
We Built This City is, ironically, even though it is one of the worst songs ever written, a B tier. I think it's fine.
I wanna rock. Rock.
I Want to Rock is solidly B tier. It's okay. No, wait.
We're not
C
gonna.
tier.
Oh,
We're moving I Want to Rock to C tier. We're Not Gonna Take It is B tier.
More Than Words, To Be With You, and Heaven.
More Than Words is C tier. To Be With You, A tier. Heaven, B tier.
Okay. I've been waiting for a girl like you.
Waiting for a Girl Like You is B tier.
Really? Okay, I thought that'd be higher. I don't know why.
Not
It's been
a
on
huge fan.
Glee too much.
That's fair. Dead or Alive, the Deadliest Catch theme song.
Great song.
Yeah, this is this Bon Jovi song. It is really good. A tier.
I want to know what love is.
Honestly, I used to like the song, but over the years, it's really just gotten lame for me. That's going in C.
Heart in My Heart, Shadows of the Night.
Hard My Heart is B. Shadows of the Night is A.
Ooh. All right. And Here I Go Again.
That's a wrong one. Wrong one.
Oh, wrong one?
That's That was Okay
Here I
Go.
go
This was
again on my own.
this was
Oh.
Whitesnake.
Yeah,
this is Whitesnake.
God forbid these songs have the same titles.
There's a lot
This
of
is a
those.
C tier. That's a C tier.
All right. The final countdown.
Okay,
Also,
the final countdown is A tier. I'm sorry, it's super cheesy. It's terrible. I love it.
It's so
Europe
bad.
is really fun. Everyone should listen to Europe's earlier albums, the first 2 albums they released, where they do proper heavy metal. Very good.
Sorry for the nations of 1984. And it cuts you like a razor, 'cause you've seen it all before. You've seen it all before.
Did we do Any Way You Want It yet?
No, he didn't.
No, anyway you want, it's A tier. I already gave you my opinion on that.
Yes. High enough.
I don't remember this one.
Me neither. It must not have been that important. So C tier just by default.
Just by
There's
default.
also a D
I don't
tier.
re-
So
Oh, there is. I haven't used it yet because honestly, all these songs are at least fine. I don't think any of
Yeah.
these are like bad.
valid.
At least not so far.
We're gonna get to some bad ones. Don't worry.
All right, I'm ready when you guys are.
Hate Myself for Loving You.
I hate myself.
for loving you.
That's a C tier. That's a C tier.
Heat of the Moment.
A tier. Heat of the Moment's fun. I like that song.
Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
Da-da, da-da.
Can I offer my judgment to why I hate this song? I had an aunt that would sing this all the time, but she would change the lyrics to "Hit Me With Your Wet Twat," and that has suddenly made me very disgusted by this song for always and ever. So I'm gonna offer.
All right. Yeah,
reason-
we'll take Jess's opinion, mix it with mine. It's going into D. It's the D tier.
This is hit me with your best shot.
I was gonna say it was B or C because honestly, I think the guitar lines are really lame. But with your input, we're putting it in D tier.
Thank you. Then the Horton Hears a Who song, "Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore."
Fucking C tier. Like, come on, this song's lame.
If this is above D, I'm gonna be mad.
Every rose has its thorn is 100% D tier. Poison is a garbage band. That song sucks ass.
Keep On Loving You.
I feel like I remember this, but I don't remember it well enough. Yeah, it's a C.
See. Oh, Sherry.
Oh, Sherry is A tier. I think this is actually a good song.
Mm-hmm. How about The Search Is Over?
Oh, Sherry. Na, na, na. Jeez, we're really getting into something I just don't remember. How does The Search Is Over go? You know what? We're not looking him up. Search Is Over goes
you
in
can't.
C. We're not looking
It's
him
got to go by your judgment. Then Renegade.
up. Renegade is... this is that Styx song, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll put it in B.
Then finally, Don't Stop Believing. Journey.
D.
It's hard to... It can't go in D. I'm sorry. It's B tier. Don't Stop Believing
Okay,
is like a
fine.
fine... It's like the 4-chord song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's the pinnacle for
It's-
song.
well, other than Pocket Bell's Canon, but...
All right. So, your ranking per Liz's notes. Are you ready, Andrew?
You'll see why this
Oh
took
my
me so
god,
long to
there's
type
so
now.
fucking much here.
A, Feel the Noise. B, Christian. C,
Sister
D-
Christian.
I'm sorry. Feel the Noise, Sister
You're-
Christian. Be With You, Dead or Alive, Shadow of the Night, Final Countdown, Any Way You Want It, Heat of the Moment, Oh Sherry. Then in B, we got Nothing But a Good Time, Built This City, Not Gonna Take It, Heaven, Girl Like You, Heart in My Heart, Renegade, Don't Stop Believing. In C, we've got Paradise City, Wanna Rock, More Than Words, Wanna Know What Love Is, Here I Go Again, High Enough, Hate Myself for Loving You, I Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore, Keep On Loving You, Search Is Over, and then Hit Me With Your Wet Twat, and Every Rose Has Its Thorn in D.
I want to screenshot this and frame it.
That is actually very impressive considering what we asked you to do, Liz. Fantastic work.
Thank you.
All right, should we do the movie too?
Yeah, let's do the movie now.
No. I think it's time for everyone to give their overall thoughts on Rock of Ages and their cheese ratings. Andrew, why don't you start?
Rock of Ages is not great. It's so jukebox musicals for me are generally not good. Like you have to do something special for it to be like a good show. And Rock of Ages does not bring it. It does a lot of the same sort of stuff that I don't like in these type of rock shows where everything needs to be about rock and like the plot needs to be directly related to like someone's trying to take away rock. And like I just it's so lame. Like, can we not just do like a rock opera that's like a proper rock opera? Like fucking what is it? Is it
Rock
Pinball
You?
Wizard?
Tommy?
Tommy.
No,
Tommy.
Tommy. Yeah, like Tommy is like we need more like that. Like that's good.
Sure plays a mean
But
pinball.
this is lame. It's not like terrible. Like there's some good songs in here. There's some lame songs in here. There's some choices that I wish they didn't make, but you know, I'm sure it's fun to sit and watch, and your dad will love it. I'm gonna give it a Cheese Whiz because it's that kind of like cheap like slop that's sort of like somewhat tasty but not really.
Like it's a
So
guilty
we're gonna-
pleasure. Like Cheese Whiz is something you
yeah.
eat when you're alone in your house and you're feeling shitty.
Yeah, like it's hard to hate this show
Yeah.
because it's just so like it's just there, you know?
It is much
But it's
easier
also
to
hard
hate
to
the
like
movie.
it. It's much easier to hate the movie because there's so many bad people in it.
Yeah.
And the execution is just poor. Like there's love put into the stage show for whatever that's worth.
The stage show, you can tell everyone's having a good time. And really that matters. Whereas when you watch the movie and Alec Baldwin is there and it's just you're not having fun. No one's having fun with Alec Baldwin or Russell Brand existing in the same room as me is like a personal nightmare. So like I'm not having a good time if he's on screen, you know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, spending time with Russell Brand or Alec Baldwin sounds like Nightmare Blunt rotation. Alec Baldwin, Tom Cruise,
the
and
lowest
Russell Brand.
circle of hell.
The entire cast of Rock of Ages, the nightmare.
Oh my gosh, is there
It's literally
anyone I would actually enjoy spending
Paul
time with?
Giamatti.
Yes,
Yeah.
he would be interesting.
I would
He
smoke
would have
with Paul
stories.
Giamatti. That'd be fun.
If there was a Rock of Ages movie party, it would be me and Paul Giamatti sitting in the corner alone. Well, actually, fucking
All right,
what's
Andrew,
his name
You
might be there too from Breaking Bad.
Oh,
You be-
Bryan Cranston. Yeah.
Andrew. You be you. I'll be Paul Giamatti, and we're at the Rock of Ages cast party. Put some like dinner music underneath this. All right.
It's like, so why'd you do this?
Money. What do
Yeah,
you think?
I get that. I understand that.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, Paul.
I never half-ass anything, but you know what? I knew it wasn't gonna be good, but I knew at the very least the critics wouldn't bring me up. They would
Paul,
bring me
I
up as a bright point.
Paul, can I ask you,
You know-
a question?
Yes, young lady.
Can I ask you a big fat liar?
Everyone always brings up Big Fat Liar. I don't understand.
What was it like to be blue and orange for like way too long on set?
You know, in the script it's only like 5 pages, but I didn't realize that 5 pages would be like 5 weeks of shooting that I'm blue. I hear a couple people are extras or ensemble members in Wicked in this cast, and they bring up that the alphabet is green forever, and I was like, I had blue in my gooch for at least 5 months after I was stopped being blue, and you know.
How does it feel to be a serious actor and everyone brings up the one time that you were fucking blue for a children's movie that no one cares about?
Yeah, you were nominated for an Oscar recently, and you nearly won.
I believe all my work is equally important, from the Big Fat Liars to the Holdovers. Now, that being said, there are some that are nearer and dearer to my heart, but that does not mean
like
that
Rock of
it
Ages,
can't.
right? Yeah.
Rock of Ages, I got to work with Tom Cruise, and I never got to do that before.
What about the monkey? Was he nice to work with?
I took a lot of inspiration from that monkey. But remember when I was a monkey in Planet of the Apes with Tim Burton? Every day they put makeup on me, and I became an orangutan. And I was in heaven every day on that set. And I worked hard to get my diction correct to make sure that they didn't have to dub me later. Because folks like Helena Bonham Carter, they dubbed her. And so that I didn't. I got my diction right in that monkey prosthetic. And I looked at that monkey and I said, I could have played your role better than you.
Hey, Paul.
What's up?
Diction.
Yeah. Also, Paul, do you,
Who is this guy? Who invited him? He's
also,
hilarious.
Paul, I have just one more question.
Yeah.
Do you have Dominic Excessa's number? I'd like to call him just to vaguely ask him out, even though I'm in a relationship.
This is wild, and you won't believe me.
Yeah.
He does not have a cell phone. He
What?
only owns a fax machine.
Oh, can I have his
And if
fax
you-
number? I'll buy a fax machine.
I can give you his fax number, but you can't say I gave it to you.
Okay, so just I got it on the internet somehow.
His mother gives it out to agents. Just say you
so
got it
just
from
say
his
I
mother.
met his mother one time. Okay, got it.
Yeah, he's a good
Got it.
young lad. He's got a talented future. I feel like
I want to
he's
get
gonna
some
be
of
the
his
next.
money he's gonna get eventually. So yeah.
He's gonna be the next Timothée Chalamet, and I think that I had a small part in that growth for him. Honestly, if I could go back in time and put him as the lead in Drew of Rock of Ages, I think that film would have made $100 million. But no one ever asked me what I want.
Paul. Can you go get Jess?
Yeah, can you get Jess
We've
back?
got to finish this episode.
Yeah. Paul just took over this podcast.
You have Oscar-nominated actor Paul Giamatti, and you want that blonde schmuck to come back. All right.
Yeah, I want Billie Eilish's brother back. Yes.
All right, I'll get him. Wow, that seemed like a really heated conversation y'all had.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy,
Yeah,
actually.
Paul's a nice dude.
Paul-
I'm gonna
he's
get Dominic
nicer
Excessa's
than I
fax number
expected.
so I can ask him out. Yeah.
What a time. My cheese rating.
Wait, what about me?
Yeah, we'll get to you.
Okay.
We'll get to you. You had a whole conversation with Paul Giamatti. Let me get my cheese rating out.
Okay. Yeah, he left the room.
Jess is just jealous that we got to
Yeah, we
meet
got
an
to meet
Oscar
Paul
nominee.
Giamatti.
I am. You guys didn't even ask him to be in one of my films.
Oh shit.
I mean,
what he?
I did feel like it was in the right place at the right time. there.
Yeah,
Y'all
like I
are
was
never looking
we
out
got
for
his
me.
number. We can ask him.
You got Dominic Sessa's fax number. You
No,
didn't get
we also
Paul
got Paul Giamatti's actual number. You just didn't hear that part.
Oh, okay. If you say so. It got cut out of the podcast.
Yeah.
My cheese rating is Sherry Gray because there's a character named Sherry. Liz, your overall thoughts on cheese rating?
I saw only the movie, and I watched a bunch of alleged criminals sing rock songs, and it made me uncomfortable. Also, the leads are boring. Also, poor Diego Boneta, who plays the guy who has had no career since this movie came out. So, cast him in shit. He's not that bad. Anyway, this movie is fine. It didn't make me mad. It felt like Glee for adults, or Kids Bop for adults. I texted Jess earlier today, like, this movie feels like Glee for people who are ashamed to like Glee.
Yes.
After I finished it. Anyway, I'm gonna
I
give
agree.
this one of the cheeses from the rock and roll cheese line that Aldi put out at some point. I'm gonna give it Pour Some Gouda on Me. This
That's a
line
good
also
one.
features Total Eclipse of the Havarti and Sweet Cheddar of Mine. So, but I'm gonna
What?
give it Pour Some Gouda on Me. It's the best.
I also want to say, you know who is secretly great in this movie and is really made to look stupid? Malin Ackerman. Like,
oh, yeah. She's
She's
great.
great. Yeah, she's wonderful in the movie and has a very thankless role as Tom Cruise's love interest,
Little
I
bitch.
guess.
Little bit.
And he sings into her butthole, and you can see the outline of her butthole.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I watching?
Also, there is another terrible person in this movie, I just realized.
Who?
TJ Miller.
Oh God.
He makes a cameo. He is
You
also
mean
a terrible person.
Alleged terrorist?
Yes,
TJ Miller?
that guy.
I don't know if that's alleged. I feel like that is charged. Terrorist TJ Miller.
Yeah, I think. But yeah, this movie sucked.
yeah,
Was I mad at it? No. Did it suck? Yes.
God, the blunt rotation gets worse and worse every
I
time.
know TJ Miller's now in this blunt rotation. Paul,
Yeah,
can we
that
get Paul
Paul
back?
guy.
Can we get Paul back?
can we get Paul back?
After we're done recording, he'll come
Oh.
back. He can't have him. He can't. He's talking to all the other rapists in the room.
No, he's with Brian. He's so with Bryan Cranston in the bathroom to avoid the rapist.
I heard you were talking to Paul. That's me, Brian.
Oh, hi, Bryan
Oh, hey,
Cranston.
Brian.
Yeah, I feel like Rock of Ages was not my best work. You know.
What do you think
What
is
is your best
work?
work, Bryan Cranston?
Would you believe?
It's Malcolm in the Middle, right?
Yeah, Malcolm Middle.
No, It was when I played Dalton Trumbo in the film Trumbo.
Really? That's your choice?
Yeah.
That would be your choice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I was in a bathtub at least 50 hours a day, and I refused to wear the cover guard. I wanted people to see my cock and balls all day. There is the classic scene where my daughter is crying because I missed her birthday, and I shout at her, "I am in the tub!" And truly, cinema.
You really like stripping your pants down.
Yeah, you like
don't
being
you?
naked.
I think tighty whities need to make a comeback, and I will not give up. My wife, for the last 6 years, has given me a pair of boxers for Christmas, birthdays, whatever. And I say, to hell with those! And I throw them in the garbage. I do it in
Now,
front of her.
You prefer the term tidy whitey to like just briefs?
Yeah, briefs.
Yes,
The
yes,
actual
yes,
term.
yes. Why be ashamed of what they really are?
But like, it's like that's a negative word associated with the underwear you're wearing. Like, don't you want it to not be negative?
What is negative about tight and white?
There's a lot negative there, Brian. I think you should do some reading.
There's a lot going on here.
There's a lot going on here, man. Also, do you have
Burn
the
these tapes.
have the blunt? Where did it go?
Would you believe I swallowed it on accident?
Great. Now we got to bring Paul back to smoke again.
Someone cooked here, okay?
Someone cooked here.
I think that you're recording me and I did not consent to this, so I'm going to need these tapes burned, and I am going to be going away to hang out with the other rapists in this room. Oh, wait, I'm back. How's Bryan Cranston?
He insisted.
We actually we were talking to Russell Brand. You wouldn't understand.
Hello, puppets. How are we doing
Russell
today?
Brand, how are you doing? You're a
All right,
rapist.
we're ending the episode. We're ending the episode right now. The episode's over.
Hi.
All right, here I am, Paul Giamatti. I am going to be stepping in for Jess McAnally, and I think I should end this before it gets, a little too intense for us all. So this has been our current episode of Musicals with Cheese. What a dumb title. I think that we owe some thanks, though, to the Broadway Podcast Network for allowing us to put on such a wild show, Musical theater lives, and Juliet Antonio, yes, the great Juliet Antonio. I'll tell you one thing about Juliet Antonio. There are people who are penis cancer in human form, and that is not Juliet Antonio. All right, we
Paul,
will
can you
see
use some ASMR for Juliet, please, Paul?
Oh God! Oh, what is ASMR?
Just talk really
what
close
does
to
that
your
mean?
mic. Yeah, just like
Okay,
be really
okay.
intense about it.
I am intense in front of my microphone.
You gotta whisper.
You gotta whisper too
while
while
you do
being
it.
intense.
I'm sorry. Projection is what I was taught in Juilliard. I am not drinking any fucking Merlot.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Paul.
Sorry,
It's okay.
sorry,
It's
Paul.
okay.
Sorry,
We
Paul.
can
You
move
keep
on.
going. Do your thing.
We'll see you next time, kids, on this whatever this fucking podcast is called.
All right, let's bring Jess back so we can do the singing.
Did you
part.
notice they didn't let me sing in this movie? I wrote my own song for Rock of
Paul,
Ages.
you did sing in this movie. You sang in that
I
one
sang
song.
for 2 lines, and they cut my entire ballad.
I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you feel it too. Waited on a line of greens and blues just to be the next to be with